The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square and creates a square for the knight to come to c3 without blocking the c-pawn. e6 opens up a line for the dark-squared bishop and prepares to castle quickly, while preparing to push a pawn to d5 and recapture with a pawn if captured. Knight f3 develops toward the center, putting pressure on the e5 square and adding another defender to the d4 pawn. d5 takes space in the center, attacks the c4 pawn, and helps control the e4 square. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Bishop b4 develops the bishop and pins the c3 knight. This adds pressure by pinning a knight. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This is an equal trade. Black combines recapturing with the development of a new piece. This defends the attacked pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. A solid choice. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. A very strong play. Takes back. Very precise. White's pieces move to a square with greater activity and control. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. The piece finds a new active square. This blocks an attack on a pawn. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This attacks a knight, winning a tempo when it moves away. This leads to losing a pawn. That was a free pawn. Right on target. This evades the check from the rook. This gives away a free pawn. That pawn was free for the taking. This threatens to tactically win a rook. This is the only good move. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a rook. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This is the strongest option. This misses an opportunity to create a passed pawn. This threatens to win a pawn through a discovered attack. This overlooks an opportunity to create a passed pawn. This permits the opponent to activate the king by getting it off of the back rank. Takes back. Pushing a passed pawn. This misses a better way to tactically win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This is a fair move. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. Very precise. Pushing a passed pawn. This threatens to use a rook to counter a passed pawn. This wins a knight. This blocks black's pawn. This is a nice tactic found in time trouble, winning a knight. This move puts the knight on a safer square. This is a nice tactic found in time trouble, winning a knight. Placing a rook behind an opposing passed pawn can inhibit the pawn's ability to promote. That knight was free for the taking. Right on target. This is the strongest option. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. One of the best moves. That was a free pawn. Very precise. The piece finds a new active square. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. A solid choice. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. A very strong play. This move puts the rook on a safer square. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. Right on target. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. One of the best moves. A solid choice. This moves the knight to safety. This evades the check from the knight. A very strong play. This steps away from the checking rook. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the rook. Very precise. This steps away from the checking rook. This defends the attacked pawn. This move puts the rook on a safer square. One of the best moves. A solid choice. Right on target. A very strong play. One of the best moves. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is the strongest option. A solid choice. Very precise. This defends the attacked pawn. This steps away from the checking rook.